Okay guys, here we are, and we are in round 4 of a vintage daily event, and we are in the finals. And we are playing against reqsamurai, and of course we don't have any idea what he's playing, so we are going to keep this hand. It's pretty good. Of course it's very vulnerable to a wasteland, but you know, there's no way we can ship a hand like this. So the unfortunate thing is that we're not actually on the play. We're on the draw instead, which would make this hand a lot better than what it is. So regardless. See, this is what I don't like, is you can't really shuffle your lands around, and it's not fast either. That's the piece I don't like. So my opponent has mulliganed to what looks like 5. I don't know where it indicates that, though. I would think that that would just be... So I wonder perhaps if we're playing against Dredge. And this would not be a great hand against Dredge, but... Okay, it's workshops. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's a pretty nice turn 1 play from him. Okay. Staff and Nin is a card I definitely like here. Chalice is kind of a dead card. Where we have to hope here is that we don't get stuck on, you know, something like the Wasteland lock here. And if we get Wastelanded, we're not going to win this game, unfortunately. And so it's a little bit of a precarious situation to be in. But I mean, we're going to play the Ancient Tomb here, and I don't think I'm going to play a Sphere of Resistance, even though it might prevent him from getting a Lodestone Golem into play. But we'll just set the Chalice at 1 here, and, you know, if he gets something like a Sol Ring or whatever, we can prevent that. So we're in the Workshop Mirror here. Hopefully our opponent does not have a Metal Worker. Okay, so we are being punished here badly. We're not going to be able to win this game because he's got a strip combo against us. So that's really unfortunate, but it does happen sometimes, and it's the Chalice here that makes this almost certainly unwinnable for us. So I think we can just ship the game here safely, because he's eventually going to be able to build up enough resources to just kill us. So we're not going to beat this. Not being able to have power out and having a Chalice at 1 assuredly kills us. So that was very unfortunate. My opponent really did not have that powerful of a hand either, but being on the play and being able to do that is pretty good. So Sundering Titan is not very good here. I also am not crazy about Chalice of the Voids. It is stronger on the play for sure. We're bringing in 2 Crucible of Worlds. Trinisphere is also very bad. We're going to bring in a couple Precursor Golems. I do like Duplicant as well. Spheres are not that solid against my opponent here. I mean, maybe we do want a couple more Chalices and we'll just get rid of some Spheres here. That might be the better play. The question is, do we want Sphere of Resistance or do we want Thorn Amethyst? I think we want to be more proactive in getting our creatures on the table versus worrying about his. So let's take this in and see how it goes. So this is a pretty bad hand. I don't think we can keep this. I mean, we're not going to ship it, that's for sure. The problem lies here is that we're exposing ourselves to, you know, I don't really just want to play a Mishra's Factory here. But also, I don't want to pass a turn either and not do anything against my opponents, because, you know, obviously we would like to be able to impact the board some. We are going to play our Black Lotus for fear of a Chalice at 0. But of course that exposes it to Revoker. We don't really have a good turn 1 play. I mean, I can play the Workshop and play the Thorn, but we're exposing our Workshop that way, so I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to play the Lotus, and we're just going to pass turn here. Certainly not a powerful play, but... And one card I wouldn't mind drawing here would be a Crucible. Okay, so we're getting Wastelanded. That's fine. Hopefully he doesn't have a Crucible here. Okay, Triskelion's actually reasonable. The problem with this play is now we will be exposing all of our lands to our opponent, but we kind of just got to go for it, right? I mean, we would much rather have had a Staff of Nin there or something, but it is a play, and you know, next turn hopefully we can you know, draw another Workshop, another Crucible, or a Crucible. So we did get punished here, and we just have to hope that we can draw into something here, and our opponent does not draw well, because we're a long ways off from being able to kill our opponent here. But we could get there. What we don't want to see is a Revoker here. We would love our own Wasteland. Okay, that's fine. Something. You know, if we can get through this turn without him playing anything, we're probably going to have a better chance, a decent chance of getting there. Like Tangle Wire would be good here for us if we could get one off. Okay, so he does have 4 mana, and he's got the Lodestone. So we really need to draw something here. Wasteland is reasonable. This is where it's a little bit of a predicament here, because, you know, I want him tapping his Ancient Tombs here, for sure, because they put him in a lot closer to dying, but we are not really in a position to be using our mana to Wasteland here, so as maybe unsmart as it is, I mean, I could attack him for 1 here. I mean, I could kill his Lodestone Golem, Wasteland him, and attack for 1. But we're just pretty much stone cold dead if he drops another land on us. And, you know, I don't think that's a very strong play for us. Yeah, I mean, the tournament actually depends on this decision here. Do we make the move or don't we? He's had 2 Wastelands, he's got 2 Ancient Tombs. How many? And I don't think he would have played an Ancient Tomb there had he had something else. So I am going to, against my better judgment, I'm just going to actually kill the Lodestone. To Wasteland, and hopefully it's enough. Like, hopefully he just gets stuck, and nope. All right, Revoker. And him having a Wasteland here is very bad for us. I mean, kind of what we need to do here is we need to be able to draw a a Sol land, preferably a workshop, and at some point fall into one of our crucibles. Okay, Mock Sapphire. All right. Well, we could cast a Thorn of Amethyst here. I think I am. I'm going to do it. Maybe my opportunity to get something into play here. And if we draw a Sol land here, we can Tangle Wire and lock our opponent down for a number of turns. Okay, Lotus is pretty good for him. But he does have to also be careful of his Ancient Tomb here. Oh, that's a nice one. Well, we can get a Tangle Wire down, and I think we do it. We are going to lose our Ancient Tomb, but hopefully we can draw. And our opponent did not play a land last turn, so hopefully he misses here, and we can string a number of lands together. Would be awfully nice for us. Like, what we would love here is to be able to get a Crucible. Okay. Well, here's our window, guys. Let's see if we can string together something good here. We want to see mana. Or a Crucible. Okay. Not perfect, but we're staying ahead here, guys. So hopefully he does not wasteland us here. I think he will take our factory, though, would be my guess. And he didn't. Hopefully he's got no land here. And he did. Nicely done. So he's got both our lands here. But if he does not kill my land here, 3, 4, 5... If we draw a Sol land, or better, okay, that's pretty reasonable. That we got a chance to be able to get a Staff and Nin down, which almost assuredly will get us a victory. Come on. No. Okay. So we're one land away. So we're just going to have to attack in here. We don't really have a choice. And of course he's just going to be able to nuke all our lands here, but there's not much we can do about that. So I assume he'll tap down his Ancient Tomb and his Pearl. No? Okay. So this is, if he doesn't wasteland our creature, oh, he has to do it here. He has to strip our creature. Unless he casts a creature here. If he casts a creature here and taps all his mana, if we draw that Sol land, we can cast our Staff and Nin. Mishra's Workshop Sol land. Or a Black Lotus will do it as well. Okay, so he has done so. He's got the Lodestone. So we're in a bad spot here, but if we draw it, or even a land as a matter of fact, we can duplicate. So we have some outs here. Let's see if we can get it done. Come on. Oh my gosh, we got there. Okay. Very, very fortuitous to have come out of this game with a win here. Okay, so I think my opponent had a pretty good strategy against us there, going after our lands, and I think that he maybe got a little bit greedy, not wastelanding our lands and allowing us to get into that game. But all of that aside, I am going to get rid of the chalice here, and I'm not sure what I want to bring back in here. Trinisphere is just so bad. Maybe we just want the Sphere of Resistance. I mean, Sundering Titan also could be good, but it's highly improbable that I'm going to be able to have 8 mana available, and it would not be my target of choice to go with a Forge Master, so let's hope for a good opening hand here, guys. Okay. We've got 3 lands, and I mean, they're obviously the Workshop's a very good land. If we draw into a Moxen here, this could be awesome. Oh, preferably a Black Lotus. So my opponent's got a Workshop. Oh boy, that is bad news. Hopefully he doesn't have a Wasteland or Strip Mine, because that could be the game right there. That's how he got us in game 1. Well, we can hope, guys. I mean, you don't always have the answers, right? Didn't play my Chalice first either, which is kind of silly, but it's fine. We may be actually learning from our first game here, in the event my opponent does actually have a Wasteland or a Strip Mine, which he does. He's got the combo again. Is we can draw Moxen and get into a good turn 1 play. But unfortunately we are locked here right now, and there's not much we can really do. We just kind of got to hope our opponent doesn't have anything, because there's not much point in playing anything. So our route to victory here against our opponent is we need to draw Jewelry. And if a Chalice gets down early, we're in big trouble. Okay, Smokestack. So he's got us in the combo here now. We've got to draw it right now. As a matter of fact, I don't even think Jewelry gets us out of this situation here. Yep, he got us. I mean, we can't even set this down without losing a land, so he's just going to strip that land. But I think we got to do it anyways. And that's the, you know, not to say that if I went first it would have made all the difference in the game, but I wouldn't have been facing down this turn 1 Crucible Strip Mine combo. But it's been a long time since I've been strip locked out of a match, and it's certainly every ounce as powerful when my opponent actually has a Strip Mine and a Crucible, and you can't do much about it. So okay, so that is game. We're not going to win this one here. Well, can't win them all, guys.